Hello and welcome to this series of lectures on inverse Z transform. We are studying inverse Z transform by partial fraction expansion. In the previous numerical we had seen that we have got this type of expression Z upon Z plus 1, but our standard pair is Z upon Z minus 1. Okay, so in order to convert that Z upon Z plus 1 into Z upon Z minus 1, we have to take minus sign here. Okay, and since we are having here Z upon Z plus 2, Z upon Z plus 2. So simply what we can do is we can fit into this in formula Z upon Z minus A. Okay, Z upon Z minus A. But here since we were having plus sign here, so what we do is Z upon Z minus of minus 2. So Z upon Z minus of minus 2 will become, so the standard pair will become minus 2 raised to n u of n. So minus 2 raised to n u of n. And in this case it is square. Okay, it is Z plus 2 square. That's why it fits in this formula. Okay, Z 1 minus A square. So we have to multiply it by n also. That's why we multiplied here with n. Okay, so in this case we had got here n also. So this is how we get the inverse Z transform pairs. So you have to use very carefully the inverse Z transform pairs. So the important the skill here in solving the inverse Z transform problem is using these pairs. So person who can use these pairs efficiently, he can map the inverse Z transforms into these pairs effectively, he only can get the correct answers for this. Okay, so this was about the partial fraction expansion method. Now we will proceed further for the second method, which is called as the long division method. It is also called as a power series expansion method. Now in this long division method, we are given the we have to find out the inverse Z transform, and in this case also it may be that they may give the ROC, or they may specify that which type of sequence it is, whether it is a causal sequence or anti-causal sequence. Okay, so indirect way of specifying the ROC is giving the causality of the signal. So we know that when it is a causal signal, the ROC will always in the form of an exterior of a something. So mod of Z greater than R is the ROC for a causal sequence. And when it is a non-causal, we know that it is nothing but mod of Z less than A, that is interior of the circle, is for anti-causal or non-causal. So in this case, how to solve it? By using long division method. Okay, long division method, as the name specifies, it is a division method. We have to divide these two polynomials. So I take the division. So in the denominator I am having 1 minus 2, this polynomial. So I take here as a divisor, and this is my dividend 1 plus 2 z raised to minus 1. Now we have to be very careful while starting the division. We have to take into consideration which type of sequence it is. So when it is a causal sequence, when it is asked for a causal sequence like this, okay, we have to express our answer. The answer should be in the form of negative powers of Z, because it is true that when the sequence is a causal sequence, it will have the Z transform in the negative powers of Z, and when the sequence is a non-causal sequence, it will have the Z transform in the positive powers of Z. So it is a causal sequence, so we are have to have the negative powers of Z. Okay, therefore in this case we have to begin the division with a constant. So our constant will come here 1 minus 2 Z raised to minus 1 plus Z raised to minus 2. In contrast for anti-causal case, so just I will show you. In case of anti-causal, we start with Z square minus 2 Z raised to minus 1 plus 1. So see, there's a lot of difference in between these two things. Okay, this thing and this thing. So here we start the division from 1 minus, so same divisor is there in both the cases. The divisor is same, but the way of writing the divisor is different. So for causal case, we write it from the constant side, 1 minus 2 Z raised to minus 1 plus Z square Z raised to minus 2. And for the anti-causal, we write from the negative powers. We begin with the highest negative power, so Z minus 2 Z raised to minus 2 minus 2 Z raised to minus 1 plus 1. So you don't have to make this mistake. If you make this mistake of writing of uh, this thing, your answer will go wrong. Okay, rest other is simply division now. Okay, so once, since we are doing for causal thing, we know that we are just writing it from the constant side. Now divide it. So now we know how to divide this. Now if I want to get the answer here as 1, so I just I take the as a this quotient as 1. So if I take here 1 in this case, so 1 into 1 is 1, okay, minus 2 into 1 is minus 2, z raised to minus 1, okay, and plus z raised to minus 2 into 1 is z raised to minus 2 plus. So in division we do the subtraction, so 1 minus 1 is 0, minus of minus is plus, so 2 plus 2 is 4, so 4 z raised to minus 1, minus of plus is minus, so minus z raised to minus 2. Now in this next case you have to get here 4z raised to minus 1. How to get here 4z raised to minus 1 here in this case? Okay, so you have to take in the numerator 4z raised to minus 1, because 4z raised to minus 1 into 1 will give us 4z raised to minus 1. Okay, so in this way, in the second case, I just multiply here. I take in the quotient here. I take in the quotient as 4z raised to minus 1. So 4z raised to minus 1 I will get here. 4z raised to minus 1 into minus 2z raised to minus 1. So 4 2s are 8. So I will get here minus 8. Z raised to minus 1 into z raised to minus 1. So it will be what? Z raised to minus 2. Again z raised to minus 2 into 4 into z raised to minus 1. So it is 4z raised to minus 3. Okay, so I go on doing this process. Okay, I go on dividing how many times? So you can go on dividing until so many times, so you can get so many terms here, dot 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 dot. Okay, so you can proceed for either up to 3 4 5 points, and then you can stop here. Okay, you have to go in this fashion. So division, simple normal division, how we divide simple numbers, same way you have to proceed. And whatever answer you get, this quotient, whatever you get, this is our answer. Okay, from this we have to find out the signal. So we get the signal z transform like this. So whatever you get in the quotient, that is our answer. Okay, and now you have to extract these constant coefficients. So this is 1, this is 4, this is 7, this is 10, this is 13, and so on. So up to 4 places we have found. So this is our signal 1 4 7 10 13, and arrow is here indicating that this is a right sided sequence, means it is a causal sequence. Okay, right sided sequence means it is a causal sequence. So this is how we can solve the numerical using long division method. Okay, so in this case, as the name suggests, it is a long division. Okay, so you have the starting point is very important. How do you start? So when you start looking at whether it is causal or non-causal, and when it is causal you have to start from constant. Okay, and then go on dividing. We will see in the next numerical, that is when we will go for the non-constant case. Okay, sorry, non-causal case, then we start from the negative power of z, then this will change. Here you will get the positive powers of z. So when you will start with the constant, you will get here negative powers of z. Okay, and this is what we want, because our causal signal will be the negative powers of z, and from these negative powers of z you can get the coefficients of that signal, which is nothing but the coefficients of that signals are nothing but the samples of that signal. Okay, so in this way we can get the uh, signal from the from the given z transform by the long division method. Okay, so for the non causal case, again we will see that how we can go for the division. Let us see this in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.